Alright guys, welcome back to the middle of nowhere. It's time for another video. Alright, before we get into the meat of what this video is going to be, I'm going to do my YouTube Yabber Jabber. Yes, I trademarked that. That's what I call it. It's where you click the little button that says subscribe if you haven't already. I greatly appreciate it. And comment down below. I love hearing from you. Love doing it. Let me know what you think. But here we go. Today, I've been listening to a few different things, listened to a podcast, and I know some people have asked about this before. More along the lines of indie publishing, but I listen to a lot of audiobooks. I'm very open with that. I do about half and half, where I read with my eyes and then half where I read with my ears, just because it entertains me, I enjoy it, and I love hearing some of those books brought to life in a different format, in a different manner. You might see the devil spawn, aka the cat, jump up into this video. She was annoying, so she got locked in the room with me this time while I do this filming. But back to my narrating. So, started thinking about narrators and audiobooks, and I decided to do a list of my favorite audiobook narrators. So I'm going to talk about 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, of my narrators that I really enjoyed and highly recommend for you guys to listen to them, see what you think of them, and listen to them bring a story to life in a way that is unique and different. Once again, I don't like really ranking from top to bottom, so these are just the 5 narrators as I go, and we'll talk about some of the books and what I enjoyed about them. We're going to start with Moira Quirk. If you go to Audible, search her name, she is quite the repertoire of books. Of books that she's narrated, from Gideon the Ninth to a whole bunch of others that I hadn't even heard of, and it looks like in a wide variety of different genres as well. The books that really sold me on her narration though was more what's it called? The series by Rob J. Hayes. I can't think of it right now. But it starts with Along the Razor's Edge by Rob J. Hayes. Anyway, the name of the series will be inserted here. But this was the first time that I was introduced to Moira Quirk. If you haven't read it, Along the Razor's Edge is a great story. It takes place in a prison with a not good character voice, and it's written in the first person. And Moira Quirk brings that character to life. It's unique, she's foul-mouthed, but she just embodies that person so extremely well that I have since finished all the books I have to do. I can't read those books, I have to do them by audio because she just makes it unique and so much fun, and she is that character. There could be nobody else. But that was my introduction to Moira Quirk. I highly recommend listening to books by her. She does an excellent job, just really embodies that person. Next up, we have Kemp. So I've listened to a few audiobooks by Kemp. He has done A Touch of Light, The Jigsaw Blade, which I just read last month, which he did a fantastic job with. And the one that really made me fall in love with his narration was the underwhelming epic of a dead wizard and an average bard. Pretty sure I got that right. There you go, you can see it right there. This has a lot of humor, and he really brought some of these characters to life in a way that was fun, unique, made it I actually laughed out loud. If you don't know me, I don't show emotion very well, as you can tell with my monotone voice. I'm very open with that I don't show a lot of emotion. I don't smile much, I don't do anything much, but he did make me laugh out loud in my car when I was driving home from work. That alone just like I was so immersed into that story because of his narration that I immediately had to find more and wanted to know more of what he had narrated and find more of those stories. He just brings them to life, voices the characters extremely well, and it really added a different inflection with those voices of humor. So Kemp is the second one that I had to talk about today. Third on the list of narrators that I love to listen to, like I said, these aren't ranked from first, second, third, fourth, fifth. It's just the third person I wrote down, is the one and only R.J. Bailey. R.J. Bailey has a good selection of books, especially of the indie variety, and does an excellent job. My first introduction to him was with The Hand That Cast the Bone. I read the first book in the physical format, and then I did the second one in audio, and holy cow, he just brought it to this next level. That's by H.L. Tinsley, by the way. And then he also did The Iron Crown by L.L. McRae, which once again just brought those characters to life, voiced extremely well, fully immersed into the world. And then I know he has also teamed up with Joseph John Lee, or Joe Lee, as you guys know, with a Kickstarter to bring you The Bleeding Stone, which is an SBF BO9 entrant, and a very fun read. The sequel is extremely well. So I highly look forward, and I'll probably re-listen to The Bleeding Stone as soon as I'm able to, just because I enjoy his voice as well as, and be able to enjoy this story in a different manner than previously done. Once again, R.J. Bailey is fantastic. The next narrator on my list is Travis Baldry. No surprise there. Many people have heard of Travis Baldry. He's fantastic, does an excellent job narrating. I know he did Conspiracy and Revenge by A.C. Cobble, are two of the longer books that I've listened to him by. I've also done the War Priest, and he's done innumerable. I also know he does all the Cradle series, which I still need to read, but he has so many books out there, and he does a wonderful job of pulling you into the story, creating the voices of characters, making them unique, and creating this new experience that you can't beat. So he also has a book out if you are into cozy fantasy. I'm not really of the cozy variety. I'll probably read it one of these days. But he does an excellent job just telling stories in all formats, it appears. Then we come to the final one that I want to talk to you guys about tonight, and that is myself. I am an amazing narrator. No, I'm not. I'm too monotone for that. I couldn't voice an audiobook to save my life. But the fifth narrator that I want to talk about is Gerard Reynolds. He has a great voice as well. And some of those series he's made their unique. He inflexes, and I'm always pulled in by the stories that he narrates. Main ones that I've listened to by him are the Red Rising trilogy. I've read the first 3 of those, and then all of the Saga of the Forgotten Warrior that are out to date. I'm still waiting on book 4 because I want to do the audio because he does an excellent job and brings the character to life and has become the voice of Ashok. And that's what really pulls me in by these narrators, is the way that I'm fully immersed into the world at every moment. That when I think of those characters, their voice pops into my head. And there's been others that I've listened to. I've talked about the Heliotrope audiobook. I know The Legend of Blackjack is narrated by the author, who does an excellent job as well. That would be A.R. Witham, or Andy Witham. And Andrew D. Meredith also narrates all of his books, and he releases them in an audio format when they come out, which those are also really, really amazing. But the 5 that I mentioned are the 5 that I know that I'm more interested to pick up a book when I see that they've narrated it when I'm looking for an audiobook than others. So yeah, it's not just the author and the story. I'll also search by narrator. Anyway, that's pretty much all I've got for you guys today. I'm trying to keep these shorter videos, kind of get them to you a little bit quicker. And also just when it hits my fancy that I want to record a video. Kind of different, unique. But anyway, tell me who are some of your favorite audiobook narrators? Please tell me down below. If you haven't commented, that means you type, and hit enter to send to me. I look forward to them though. Let me know your favorite audiobook narrators, books you'd love to see narrated, yada yada, what books you're reading. Just want to get to know me or contact me in a different format. Look forward to hearing from you all. Until next time, guys, as always, happy reading and stay great.